It's all about flow and pace today, qualifying in Qatar, a high-speed test that will set the grid for tomorrow's race. So welcome along. And that's it for sprint qualifying. Plenty more coming up over the rest of the weekend. So we'll see you all tomorrow. So it's all about speed in today's sprint. Not very many laps and no chance to get ahead on strategy. Who here today has the raw skill to take them to the top? We're back here in Lusail for a track that's 3.34 miles long. There are 16 turns around its unique three-prong shape and just a single DRS zone out of turn 16. It's fast and it's flowing, and there's a good overtaking opportunity with DRS down the long straight and into turn 1. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. Lando Norris will lead us away from pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Verstappen, Fernando Alonso, Wang, Piastri, Hulkenberg, Ocon and Pierre Gasly, Sainz, Russell, Alex Albon and Stroll, Tsunoda, Antonelli, Franco Colapinto and Ollie Behrman. Hadjar and Liam Lawson rounds off the grid. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We'll soon find out. And alongside me today, a man who I'm always pleased to see join me in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. What a day in store today. Time to realise the dreams. And when we say dreams, we mean the team's dreams. It's the team championship that's on the line today.
Yeah, so today, Crofty, the driver's responsibility is driving for your team, not yourself. And as much as you want to win the race yourself, you have to respect your teammate, they have to respect you, and you've got to promise yourself to be consistent at all times, play the team game.
Right, well, it all comes down to this then, doesn't it? You're still in with a shot at the Drivers' Championship, the biggest prize in this sport. So get out there on track and come back with that trophy. We can now use DRS. DRS now available. Okay, you've taken damage to the side pods, expect... Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home.
Well, that's an end to the sprint action. Next up, we'll set the grid for the Grand Prix. So we'll see you next time. It's all about flow and pace today, qualifying in Qatar, a high-speed test that will set the grid for tomorrow's race. So welcome along. Welcome back to Qatar, and the desert sands of time are running out this season for some of our drivers. Lights out are just moments away. This, the fourth race in the Middle East. So we're back here in Lusail, and this is the track map. 3.34 miles, 16 turns, and just one DRS zone out of turn 16. It's already a fast and flowing track after all. There's a good overtaking opportunity with DRS, though, through the long straight and into turn 1. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Wang, Oscar Piastri, and Russell, Albon, Gasly, Hamilton, and Yuki Tsunoda, Sainz, Stroll, Esteban Ocon, and Hülkenberg, Colapinto, Behrman, Andrea Kimi Antonelli, and Fernando Alonso. Lawson and Isaac Hadjar rounds off the grid. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. And alongside me in the commentary box, my old friend, Anthony Davidson. Well, Ant, it's going to be a long, hard day after a long, hard season. And guess what? There's a long, hard night of celebrations coming someone's way tonight, because there's a World Constructors' Championship on the line.
Absolutely, Crofty, and you got that responsibility as a driver. You're the one sitting in the car, and you feel that immense pressure from those 500 or 1,000 people, depending on which team it is, working for you and your teammate to get the job done and bring those valuable points home. You're going to be celebrating with your team tonight if you get it right.
Okay, mate, final race of this difficult and long season, and we've still got a chance of winning the Constructors' Championship. Believe me, mate, if you can help us bring this home, you will be a hero to everybody back in our factory. Let's go. DRS now enables. DRS enables. Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race. Okay, mate, I know you've had a couple of scrappy laps, but let's focus now on getting your head down and keeping the next few clean. Okay, unlucky, mate. That wasn't quite what we needed, but let's not worry about it. Get your head down and chin up. There's a long way to go. Okay, mate, this is the final lap of the race. Final lap. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 7.6 seconds. Okay, it may be an outside chance of taking this championship, but if we're going to have any hope, we need to finish in the points. Let's go. Okay, DRS is now available. Okay, Leclerc's just set the fastest lap of the race so far. Okay, mate, Leclerc behind. We want to keep them behind, please. This is super critical for our strategy. Okay, mate, I'm afraid we didn't quite get what we needed there, but let's not worry about it. Get your head down now, chin up, and let's focus right until the checkered flag. Okay, you've just started the final lap of the race. Final lap. go, you've done it! All of that work has come down to this, and you are the world champion. Great stuff.
And with that, another year of Formula One draws to a close and a new World Drivers' Champion is declared. Another entry added to that prestigious list of the sport's most incredible drivers. Victory today then, but bittersweet emotions, I'm sure, as the championship slips through their fingers. Even so, what a fantastic final race of the season this was.
They've won the championship, and now they sign off in style as winning the last race of the season as well. Brilliant stuff by this driver today, and you carry that momentum through to next year as well, of course. So it's for all now to try and stop what they've created.
Sauber have been winning fans the world over with their brilliant driving and showing that they're a force to be reckoned with out there on the track. They'll certainly be building on that fan base after today's excellent results. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a wrap. What a season it's been. I'm off to put my feet up now before it all starts again next year. Take care.
It seems as if you have a new rival. This is the perfect opportunity to show the world why you belong in this sport, and to show me why you belong amongst my very exclusive clientele. That's a joke. I love working with you.